You know that feeling when you feel kind of trapped by your own thoughts? Like there's a story about yourself playing on a loop and you just can't seem to change the channel? Well, what if I told you that you actually hold the power to become the author of a brand new inner story? Let's dive in and figure out how you can start writing that new chapter like today. So let me ask you this. Are you really in control of your thoughts? It seems like a simple question, right? But the answer? Well, it's surprisingly complex. A lot of the time, we feel like we're just passengers, listening to this voice in our head go on and on. But what's really cool is that science shows we can actually learn to grab the steering wheel. To understand how to do that, we first need to look at something pretty wild, how our brain literally builds our reality. And trust me, it's not as straightforward as you might think. We each live inside something we can call a perception box. See, your perception isn't some perfect photograph of the world. Nope, it's a construct. It's this mashup of what's actually happening out there and what your brain expects to happen based on every single thing you've ever experienced before. Your reality is, in a very real sense, a custom-built illusion created just for you. This is a great way to picture it. As we go through life, our brain is busy strengthening certain connections and just letting others fade away. And in doing that, it's building the walls of our own personal perception box. This is exactly why two people can go through the exact same event and see it completely differently. We're all just living in our own unique little boxes. Now, inside this box, we have this absolutely incredible tool, our inner voice. And this isn't just random noise in your head, it's a really powerful survival mechanism. It helps us solve super complex problems, it lets us simulate and plan for the future, and maybe most importantly, it helps us create stories that give our lives meaning and shape who we are. But there's a dark side. Sometimes this amazing tool can, well, turn on us. This is when that healthy reflection warps into something way more destructive. And that's what we call chatter. You know this feeling, right? It's when you're just stuck. Instead of finding solutions, your inner voice gets caught in this gnarly negative loop, replaying mistakes over and over, worrying about the future, and imagining the absolute worst-case scenario. It's basically your inner critic on overdrive. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The very thing that's designed to help us navigate the world can become the source of our biggest anxieties. The tool literally becomes a trap. So why does this happen? Well, it turns out our brains are actually kind of hardwired for it. We have something called a negativity bias, which just means we pay way more attention to bad news than good. Then you combine that with what we learned growing up. Like maybe we saw our parents being really hard on themselves. And boom, we adopt these negative stories that build the walls of our perception box even higher. But, and this is a big but, here is the hopeful part. This is not a life sentence, not at all. Knowing that our perception is just a construct, that's our big opportunity. There's a whole science-based toolkit we can use to regain control and quiet down that chatter. And these tools are so practical and powerful. For example, a simple morning ritual, like just making yourself a cup of tea, can create a sense of order when your mind feels totally chaotic. Being mindful, that can be as simple as just pausing to take 3 deep breaths when you feel that chatter starting up. Actively looking for small wins could be, writing down just one good thing that happened each day before bed. The whole point is to use your conscious attention to break those automatic negative loops your brain has gotten so used to running. And by using these tools, you start this really profound process. You stop being a prisoner of your old stories, and you start becoming the author of your new ones. Think about it like this. For so long, the chatter has been in the driver's seat, taking you down the same old negative roads. When you consciously break those patterns, you are literally grabbing the steering wheel and saying, nope, I decide where we go from here. The transformation is just incredible. You go from feeling stuck inside that perception box to actively expanding its walls. You go from being defined by past mistakes to seeing yourself as a constant work in progress. You shift from being a victim of your inner critic to being the author of your own, much more empowering narrative. I just love this idea. It's so powerful. Nothing about you is set in stone. Your identity, your story, your perception of the world, it's all fluid. There's always room for change and for growth. So the final question is really for you. Knowing you have this toolkit, knowing you have the ability to change, what's one small, conscious step you can take today to start rewriting your story.